Let's meet our starting lineup for the limited late models. On the pole, car number 82. In the Supreme Industries car, Paul Arute.
Then it's Surdell Motorsports, number 87, Surdell, Chester, Connecticut.
Second row, car number 28, David Arute. Car number 71, Norman Sears.
Bobtail Auto Body, car number 71 of Norman Sears. Cliff Saunders, the 4. Austin Bissett, the 64. Justin Bren, the 66. And Albert Saunders, the 04. Trouble now. Sears goes up high, tags the wall, and somehow keeps moving, but the yellow comes out. On the starter stand, our limited honorary starters from Napa Heating and Cooling Group, Mark Messier was on the starter stand. We salute and thank Mark for doing a great job for us as well.
Well, we have time to finish our starting lineup. When you left, it was Albert Saunders in car 04. Last week's winner will be in car number 24. Crazy Bruce's Liquors brings us Jesse Hines.
Provost Motorsports brings us the 88 for the point contender out of Indian Orchard, Dwayne Provost.
Then it will be car number 9, our point leader, as Nuntuck Community College brings us Andrew Hayes.
Vesta Acquisition brings us the 00 for Joe Nojek out of Bristol.
Then it will be car number 36, Don's Home Improvement, the sponsor for Kelsey Bertino.
So there you have it, our starting lineup. We have to give a shout out, Matt and I, to our fan club, Robin and Amy, who are
Wheelan Engineering, first name in light sirens and safety services used throughout the world. Wheelan Engineering, the official sponsor of the NASCAR Wheelan All-American Series and the NASCAR Wheelan Modified Tour.
So we are getting ready to spring back into action. The man in the front row, Paul Arute. He is surrounded by Robert Surdell in car number 87. And we are getting ready to amp things up here as they come out of turn 4.
off the turn, down to the line they come. Cam gives them the green, and Paul Arute thunders his way into turn number 1. Surdell is on the high side, and here comes David Arute, 3-1.
Great move, Austin Bissett. He went from 7th into 3rd. Albert Saunders has some giddy up. He Tabasco's his way into the top 4.
Back to the stripe they come. Paul Arute, followed by brother David, Austin Bissett, and the 04 machine right there with him of Albert Saunders.
And right behind him is Dwayne Provost, second in the point standings. Our point leader is running 6. That's Albert Hayes. Little 3-wide scenario, trying to make it stick down low is Jesse Hines. A daredevil move has paid off for Hines.
No question, look at Hines, last week's feature event winner, up on the wheel. He pulls in and makes it a battle. Meanwhile, back up front, little civil rivalry there between Paul Arute and David Arute. Nose to tail, bumper to bumper. Austin Bissett running in their tire tracks as they come back to the stripe.
And now trying to make a move, Provost, as he hangs back for the time being. And the ringleader of the circus is Paul Arute in car number 82. He has plenty of adrenaline to lead his brother. So we have a 1-2 punch, the Arute brothers occupying the front of the field.
Meanwhile, Austin Bissett gets a little bit of help from the number 04 machine from Albert Saunders, started in the 8th spot. And the 5 now make it 6 as Andrew Hayes joins in this battle. 4 up on the board. Paul Arute still the leader. David still running in set, trying just about everything, Matt, to shake off Albers.
Yeah, he's the most desperate driver right now in car number 64. Has 1 win this year. He did it on the night that he graduated from high school, and he is starting to breathe down the tailpipe of the 28 car of David Arute.
Good action there. Now Andrew Hayes is starting to look a little racy at the bottom of the top 6.
Now, one thing David Arute is good at is saving his equipment for the second half of the race. So the question is he riding as hard as he can, or is he holding back? We'll get the answers in a few laps. Austin Bissett looks like he is using up a lot of car as he is holding off the 04 of Albert Saunders.
A week back, Paul Arute was right where he is right now and looking very, very strong at this point in the event. So he is in the comfort zone at the leader, just hitting his marks, each and every time into turn number 3.
Dwayne Provost made a move that time against Albert Saunders, and Saunders had the veto power. So Dwayne Provost, he might be the straw that is stirring up the drink right now in car number 88.
Good action right there as now all of a sudden Hayes applies a little pressure. Caution flag is out. Sorrell is crossways across the racetrack between turns 3 and 4. Hey, remember, seatbelts save lives, but only if you...
Now, it's definitely unfortunate to see Norm Sears out of the race so early. Norm, what happened out there?
I don't know if I missed the shift or spun the tires. Something happened on the restart there. I don't know if I screwed up. Maybe just beginner luck, I guess. But we hit the wall pretty hard down in turn 1. That corner don't like me, but we'll see what happens. If we can get her back next week, we'll be back. If not, we'll take a couple weeks off. We'll see what happens.
All right, that's a story from Pit Road. Let's go back up for the restart.
And let's see what Paularoo can do against David. They probably rehearse this a lot of times in their backyards, but they are doing it tonight on the big stage. And David Arute has an answer on the outside groove.
Little brother rivalry going on at the point. Paularoo to the bottom, David on the outside. Bassett in that second row. All of a sudden, David muscles his way up on the outside. Paul starts to hold on in his quest for second. Stays glued to the back bumper of his brother David. This time, it's David Arute at the line.
They are trading punches deeper in the field. Jesse Hines and Justin Brent as they were there out of the corner. But the greatest gust of energy is for the 28 of David Arute. Now second becomes a question mark between Paul Arute and Austin Bassett. Remember, they've had issues earlier this season.
They sure have, and keep your eyes on Andrew Hayes along with Jesse Hines and Provost. That's a good battle right there for the 4th, 5th, and 6th positions currently. Down the back straightaway, David Arute starts to string it out just a bit as Paul Arute stays in second. Austin Bassett is really applying the pressure. That's a good battle there, and it could go just about any way of 5 different combinations, but Paul Arute is doing a great job of holding on.
And he is able to hug the bottom, so that was a pretty timely maneuver there for the 82 car as they hully-gully their way into the third corner. It is Albert Saunders trying to do something, as right now he is crazy glued to the back bumper of Austin Bassett's car.
Bassett pulls out of line, peeks at the inside, but Paul Arute just steps on the gas and pulls down and guards his lane. Good move for Paul Arute to maintain that second spot. Austin Bassett still in third, applying the pressure. Saunders is right there, Provost, and then throw a little Andrew Hayes into the mix. 13 of the 20. David, only 2 different leaders, both with the last name Arute. And now, here's Bassett again.
And trying to make something happen a little deeper is Andrew Hayes in car number 2. But Provost is pretty determined, and he is keeping the 9 car behind him. Now things are heating up in the fight for second. Austin Bassett, he butanes his way behind that 82 car, but Paul Arute continues to protect his turf.
When they come back to the stripe, the high five will be given. 5 circuits to go. David Arute in command, but for Paul Arute, it has been a battle each and every circuit by.
And look at Albert Saunders getting a little frisky as he tried to submarine his way against Bassett, and that brings Bassett to life. He had an opening, but Paul Arute was able to take it away.
Paul Arute brings the car down, guards the inside, making sure that if Bassett wants it, he's got to go to the outside. Bottom of turn 1. Paul Arute still holding on. Bassett sees a little daylight, but Paul Arute continues to pull away and hold on to second. This time back to the stripe. 17 laps and counting in a 20-lap event. Battle has been all night long in this one for second, and Paul Arute has done a great job so far.
Every time Austin Bassett sees some daylight, Paul Arute turns it into a total eclipse, just like he did that time entering turn number 8. Once again, room for Bassett. This time it's make or break time for car number 64.
They are evenly matched at the line. Austin Bassett muscles his way to the inside, moves into second. Saunders settles into third. Provost in the fourth spot as Paul LaRue tries to get it down. Andrew Hayes makes the move. White flag is out for David Arute for the final circuit into turn one.
One more time around for David Arute, looking for his first win of the year. And he continues to maintain a pretty plush lead over Austin Bassett as they go into the third quarter.
Down to the line he comes. David Arute has finally shaked the monkey off his back, and back in winning form, it is David Arute to take down the win. Austin Bassett to finish in second, Albert Saunders for third, Dwayne Provost to finish in fourth, and Andrew Hayes to round out the top five.
Justin Brand behind Andrew Hayes, so this will be a very profitable night for David Arute. As he gets ready to climb out of our Austin Bassett. Boy, you talk about perseverance. He was finally able to get the nostrils of that car into second place, and he was able to romp past Albert Saunders to protect his spot. So a pretty impressive podium. A driver from Holland and two drivers from Stafford in our top three. So David Arute is getting ready to climb out of the car. Let's go to Napa Victory Lane and Connor Sullivan.
The quest for victory in 2014 has finally come to a close for David Arute as he climbs out of car number 28 for the first time this season in Napa Victory Lane. David, you to the night for him, and you came away with a W. How's it feel?
Actually very surprising. I mean, we had a tough year so far, having a tough time figuring out the car, and coming into the night in practice, I didn't even think we were getting on the podium, and to get a win, that's awesome for us. It seems like I almost wasn't going to find my way back here. I wanted to dedicate this win to my cousin who passed away over the winter, Ben, and all this year I've been racing for him, and I'm glad I finally got this win for him.
You must have a lot of other people and sponsors to thank as well.
Yeah, I got to thank my crew for all their hard work during the week. Rick DeCarli, Mike DeCarli, Felicia, Steve Johnson, Wendy, Tom, everyone on the crew, and of course my sister Nichols College. Check them out. BA Museo, Rad Auto Machine, BFR, and Napa for sponsoring.
All right, that's the word from down here in Napa Victory Lane. David Arute, first win of the season here in 2014. This will bring in our second place runner, Austin Bassett. Austin, you had a tough time getting by the A2 car out there as well, but you finally managed to get it in the final laps.
Yeah, we've been struggling with the handling all day today. My dad made the right adjustment. Bob Potter gave us some insight on what to do, and whatever we did, it worked. And I mean, David and Paul ran a great race today. And, our cars are pretty much even. It's hard racing, but finally got by him. I was glad the caution didn't come out. I was gonna thank my mom, my dad, my brother, Brick and Moore, Mike and Cindy Ritchie, my girlfriend Sam, Mainline Heating, BFR Chassis, John Jackman, and Casey's Cafe.
Okay, that's the story for our second place finisher tonight, Austin Bassett, as we'll bring in our third place runner on the podium, Albert Saunders. And you definitely had some bad luck to start the day, just getting to the track, but it definitely came through in the end, though.
Yeah, we had trouble getting to the track today. One of our tie-down straps broke and the car fell off the trailer on the way here. So thanks to the 33 Darastock team for letting us borrow a tie-down strap week tonight. But car ran pretty good. I don't know if I really had anything for Austin or David because they were both really fast. But good way to end tonight. Really happy to finish third. Got to thank American Sleeve Bearing, Rob Davis, Johnson Memorial Medical Center, Fluckager Race Chassis, Rad Auto Machine, BA Museo, the whole team, my mom, everyone that helps me out.
All right, that is the word down here for the podium for the limited late models. Let's send it back to the tower. Late models coming on the track.
And before we go to our